And good evening and Happy New Year. I'm John Reynolds, filling in one final time tonight for Taryn Johnson as he returns on Monday. But fresh off their 5A state championship, the Bowling Green Purples are set to see some changes, including a new stadium. But we find out today that there's no change going to be made at the quarterback position. Today, via his Twitter, Purples quarterback Connor Cooper announced he has reclassified into the 2022 class. Cooper was originally set to graduate and pursue collegiate opportunities after this season, but now that is no longer the case. This season, Cooper amassed nearly 1,700 passing yards and 10 passing touchdowns, but Cooper is a viable dual threat as well, as he also rushed for 428 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground. Cooper and his Purples teammates defeated Owensboro in this year's 5A state final. You can also find Cooper on the court for Bowling Green High School as well, as the Purples look to defend their 14th district title, with former state champion head coach D.G. Sherrill returning to the fold as he takes over the Purple squad yet again. Sherrill inherits a very talented roster that is not only a favorite in the 14th district, but a favorite in the 4th region as well. 2 Division I commits highlight the Purples roster this season. Isaiah Mason, a 6'6" Northern Kentucky commit, and point guard Turner Buttrey, an Eastern Kentucky commit, look to lead the Purples to prominence in 2021. The Purples aim to reclaim their 4th region throne after being defeated the past couple seasons by Warren Central. Bowling Green's season tips off Monday at Barron County. But Bowling Green fans can expect several changes this basketball season as the school system has released their guidelines and regulations for the year. COVID regulations will be administered as normal, including a mask having to be worn at all times and a temperature check upon entry. Proper social distancing will be maintained as well with designated seating areas, and tickets for Purple's home games will be available for family members of uniformed players only. Each player will be distributed vouchers prior to game day, and their vouchers must be presented at the door for entry. Our very own Sporting Times will live stream all Bowling Green home games and various away games for both boys and girls basketball. Turning to the collegiate ranks now, despite their season ending with a loss, the Hilltoppers football team had many positives to take away from this season, including the success of transfer kicker Braden Narveson. Joining the Tops this year as a transfer from Iowa State, Narveson was well suited for the starting job. This season, Narveson put up numbers unlike many have ever seen from a Hilltopper in the program's 102-year history. On the year, Narveson was as accurate as you can get, nailing all 27 of his extra point attempts and only missing 1 field goal attempt all year, going 13 of 14 on the season. In total, Narveson scored a whopping 66 points. The only Hilltopper kicker to ever do better was Garrett Schwetman, who hit 15 of his 16 field goals in 2015. Narveson ranked among the best FBS kickers in 2020 with a 93% field goal mark, which currently stands tied for 3rd among players with 10 or more attempts. This season, also one of Narveson's former Hilltopper teammates announced his decision today to pursue professional opportunities. Defensive back Trey Meadows announced he would forego an extra year of eligibility and would enter the 2021 NFL Draft. Meadows, having played at NC State and JUCO powerhouse Garden City Community College, found his way to the Hill 2 seasons ago as part of Clayton White's secondary. During his tenure as a Hilltopper, Meadows recorded 58 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 11 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. Another veteran member of the secondary announced his intention to go pro as well today. Deontay Ruffin will also forego an extra year of eligibility and enter the NFL Draft as well. Ruffin spent all 4 years of his career as a Hilltopper and found considerable playing time starting in his true freshman season. As a Hilltopper, Ruffin had 78 tackles, 25 pass deflections, and 1 interception, and this season he was named to the All-Conference USA second team. Switching gears to last night's melee between Mississippi State and Tulsa, the Bulldogs squared off with the Golden Hurricanes in the Armed Forces Bowl, with Mississippi State winning 28-26. But what happened post-game was much more interesting, as you see on your screen. After the final whistle, things took an ugly turn when a fight broke out between the two teams. One of the scariest of the moments was caught on camera when Mississippi State wide receiver Malik Heath kicked a Tulsa player who was down on the ground. Unfortunately, unlike most sports brawls, this did not appear to be a victimless event, as Tulsa defensive back Darren Ray suffered a concussion during the scrum. Neither program has officially commented on the situation. And finally tonight, be sure to tune in and see the boys in two-tone blue this weekend as the Titans are preparing to claim sole possession of the AFC South in Sunday's game with the Houston Texans. The game's kickoff has officially been moved to 3:25 local time to accommodate the 5 remaining teams fighting for the final 4 playoff spots. The Titans' clash with the Texans on Sunday can be seen right here on CBS 40. Now, Morgan, I'm a diehard Steelers fan, and with the NFL playoffs just around the corner, this is an exciting time for me. But I can't say the same for Scott and his Cowboys because I think it's safe to say they're feeling a little differently. Back to you.